Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Stories with Harvey. There will be no rambling this time, although, to be honest, I am just rambling all the time. Thank you for enjoying my rambling. It is great rambling. Okay, well, in this video, I figured, you know what, I'm gonna stop the random places trend for just a little bit. I'm just sitting in a rocking chair, middle of my basement, like, nothing that odd, nothing that cool. I'm still keeping the random hat trend going. Not bad, you see? Got a cowboy hat. Yeehaw. Okay, well, okay. So, in this episode, I will be explaining what got me kicked out of Red Deer and how that complicated situation took place. Okay? So, this all started in, I think it was about, I want to say 2012. I don't know. No, it wasn't 2012. It was like, it was at least 2013. I'm sure. Yeah, it's 2013. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so it's relevant to my horrible memory. But this is a true story, by the way. One of the few true stories. Some of them are not. Some of them are. Deal with it. You hate? No, yeah, that's what you get. Okay, so this all started off with it being around about Halloween time. Not exactly Halloween time. It was quite a bit. It was a few weeks beforehand. So, I mean, I can't really call it a Halloween party, but I wanted to anyways. So, yeah, a couple weeks before Halloween, I decided I was going to throw a party in my grandma's house in the basement. Because we lived in the basement, and I'd just been so irritated by the fact that my grandma, we were paying full rent, and she didn't even bother to give us our power. Like, it was broken, and the power box was fucked, but she was like, yeah, fuck it. Doesn't even matter. You know what I have to say to that? Fuck you, Grandma. No, you Grandma Williamson. Grandma Krebs, go eat a bag of dicks. Okay, so now this story starts out with me throwing a huge party, and then the next day me proceeding to not clean up said huge party because, let's be honest, I was hungover. I didn't want to. I had a great time at the party. I ended up being that guy who dances on the table the whole night. Oh, fun night. Until the Jaeger bombs happened. Then, I remember nothing. I fell off the table a few times. Got a few scratches. Fell down the stairs once. Not a great time. But a great time at the same time. And then, that party ended at about 5 in the morning when I proceeded to projectily vomit all over the bathroom. In front of my stepsister. Then she just put me to bed and she just tucked me in and I was like, thank you. You're amazing. Which, by the way, reminds me. Shout out to Nicole, Tommy, and Mandy for helping me throw this party. Great time. Oh, and also my brother Justin. And also, before we go any further, hashtag free Tommy. Come on, man. Get out of jail. You can do it. It's gonna happen. Be free. Okay, and so aside from the party, then we threw a party. And yeah, so we threw a party and then we didn't clean up. So then we went out to go pay rent and go eat some Boston pizza. And then in that time, my grandma had come back to her destroyed house and, okay, yeah, somebody kind of pushed over her TV and there was a giant line through it. But you know what? In the end, that's my revenge to her. But, so yeah, afterwards, she proceeds to call the cops on us. So while we're in the basement, she calls the cops. And then the cops demand that we leave and that our stuff shall be returned to us later. So the cops only let us take one bag each. Yeah, that's the only bag I ever saw. Lost my Kinect, lost one of my Xboxes, lost a whole bunch of games. But you know what, in the end, man, it's all just material possessions. Can all be replaced in time. But, yeah, so after this happens, then we go to live in a hotel, and we have to get rid of Nicole and Tommy because we couldn't afford it. So we kept Mandy because Mandy is our cousin. And thank God my stepdad had a job at the oil fields working for, I think it was Red Line at the time. I'm not 100% positive, but I do believe so. And he was working out of Saskatchewan. So we ended up staying a couple weeks in the hotel and then we realized that we couldn't do it. Now, this was heart-wrenching news for my dad, because we told him the day before we left that we were leaving, and that morning he proceeded to attempt to kill himself. Which, by the way, if you're wondering, he lived, okay? And I did end up going back to live with him later, but that's a whole nother story, man. So, yeah, they refused to help us, my dad and my aunt, when we were in there, which, not exactly the most unreasonable thing, not exactly the most reasonable thing, but it happened. So we ended up all going to Saskatchewan for for about a month, I do believe. And in that time, I had a pretty messed up Halloween. Got pretty intoxicated and proceeded to throw up all over the trailer. Let me tell you, not a good scent. And yeah, well, then after my dad killed himself, then we moved to Saskatchewan, and that was about that. And then about a month later, we ended up moving to Airdrie, and I've got a ton of Airdrie stories, but you know what I'm going to have to say? I'm breaking this video off. Those are another stories for another day. I bid you adieu. Goodbye. Peace out, guys. Boy!